Welcome to our final year project at Sambram Institute of Technology, a project on digital function generator with variable power supply for academic purpose, under the guidance of Professor K. Elilarasan, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, SCIT, Bangalore, by a team of Aparna A, Arshita C, Arshita JH, Joyce L. Introduction. Function generator is the basic instrument for any electronic testing device. Low frequency based function generators are most probably used in academic laboratories. Along with function generator, there is a requirement of oscilloscope and variable power supply for conducting an analog experiment in academic laboratory. Here is a function generator used in analog electronics lab. It generates waveforms from 1 Hz to 2 MHz having single channel. Hence, we have generated a function generator with dual channel generating waveforms from 1 Hz to 3.6 MHz. Yes, function generator, dual channel function generator is also available in market. Hence, we have integrated another module, that is power supply unit. Power supply unit consists of variable power supply and fixed power supply. And also we have integrated a CRO, that is cathode ray oscilloscope, which is used to analyze the output waveforms. 3 individual modules are integrated into one module. This is our proposed digital function generator with variable power supply. Dual channel function generator generates waveforms, a variable power supply, fixed power supply, and a DSO-138 oscilloscope. Block diagram. Block diagram consists of ARM7 microcontroller, fixed voltage regulator, variable voltage regulator. ARM7 microcontroller generates waveforms. Fixed voltage regulator generates output voltages from +2 and -12. Variable voltage regulator generates voltages from 1 volt to 11 volts. Variable voltage regulator generates waveforms from 1.24 volts to 10.6 volts. LM317 is used to generate the variable output voltages. The variable output voltages are the necessary input voltages for conducting an analog experiment in analog electronics lab. Fixed voltages. +12 volts and -12 volts are also necessary to conduct experiments in analog electronics labs. +12 volts are generated using LM7812 and -12 volts are generated using LM7912. ARM controller LPC2148 is used to generate the output voltages, that is output waveforms. 4 types of waveforms are generated: sine, sawtooth, square and triangle. The input selection is given at the ADC, where the ADC receives the analog input and converts into digital using ADC. The ADC, with respect to the input, the respective loop in the code is executed, and the respective loop's code generates a digital output which is taken from DAC, and the waveforms are displayed on the DSO-138 oscilloscope. Function generator generates waveforms such as sine, square, sawtooth and triangle. Sine waves are generated using fixed number of samples. There are fixed number of positive samples to generate sine wave in positive cycle and fixed number of negative samples to generate sine wave at negative cycle. Triangle waves are generated with the increasing samples. Sawtooth waveforms are generated using increasing samples at positive cycle and a dropout or a rapid flow at the negative cycle. Square waves are generated using delays. Hence, the duty cycle for a square wave is calculated by varying the delay. Triangle waves has a slow increasing and slow decreasing samples. The waveforms are generated over a frequency from 1 Hz to 3.6 MHz. We have conducted an experiment in analog electronics lab using our function generator module, that is half wave rectifier, and we have got the output. An input of 1 kHz is given and we have got the output half-wave rectified output. We have also conducted another experiment using our function generator module, that is frequency modulation. It generates three different frequency of waveforms, that is sine, square and triangle. H038 IC is used to generate the frequency modulation. At pin number 2, sine wave is generated. At 3, triangle wave is generated. And at 9, square wave is generated. Technical features. Number of channels 2, waveform sine, square, sawtooth, triangle, frequency 1 Hz to 3.6 MHz, amplitude 1 to 5 volts, variable voltages 1 to 13 volts, fixed voltages plus 12 volts and minus 12 volts, and 1 USB port. Therefore, the above study concludes that the hardware of this module can be designed to bring all the analog testing device into one module. Hence, this reduces the cost of 4 analog testing devices into one device, and it also reduces the size and the space occupied by the 4 analog testing devices. This kit suits for ATL Atal Tinkering Labs, which are upcoming in schools for academic purposes in engineering colleges. Future enhancement is by an IC tester can be added to this module. Thank you.